So, first of all, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Kanji Nakata. I'm from Uji, Kyoto. I was born in Uji city.
That's very interesting. So, because you're from Uji originally, but you're no longer in Uji, but you work with tea.
Yes.
Did you come from a tea background? Does your family work with tea?
No, not at all. But my house is next to tea garden.
Oh. Did you enjoy growing up next to a tea garden, or was it not so good?
Every year, my grandmother bought pack of tea in the new harvest season.
Mm-hmm.
It went May or June. New green tea, so we tasted it. But my mother didn't like to live next to the tea garden because they use a lot of pesticide.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my memory.
So I guess then I'd like to ask, what is your connection with tea now?
Now,
how are you connected to tea?
So I moved here 3 years ago. At the time, I was just curious about the tea that is made in this place, Awabancha. I had no information about Awabancha at that time. I just saw the information on the website and knew that the tea is made with through fermentation. I just visited and tasted. I just amazed. So I like tea. So I drink a lot of hojicha, Uroncha, Kyobancha. Not much green tea, but I always drink a lot of tea. So now I make. So I started to make Awabancha fermented tea in this place. So the first I was a member of association of Awabancha and attend some people come in here and show them how to make tea. And the next year, I started to make my own tea with farmers. And this is my third year, so I could make a little bit more tea. So I'm trying to sell it to people who are interested in my tea.
Fantastic. So you still drink a lot of tea that's not from this area. Hojicha, Kyobancha, but you are really enjoying Awabancha. Would you be able to explain why you're attracted to Awabancha particularly? Why Awabancha? Why not different kind of bancha or different kind of tea?
So this is lactic acid fermented. It is not same as other teas. It is not like oolong-cha or green tea, hojicha. A little bit sour. And I think it goes with many kinds of dishes. And sometimes the green tea is too strong taste for me. So I don't like to drink it with foods. But that was my first taste for me, the first taste.
So you enjoy the pairing of foods and tea. Do you find that's a really important part of tea drinking for you?
Oh, of course. So I like to drink. I always drink tea with foods. So I don't know, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So that is important. So I don't drink that has strong taste of tea.
Okay, so I have a difficult question for you. This is something that when I'm talking to other tea people, we often try and figure out. And so I'm curious, because you're an Awabancha farmer. You live in a place called Kamikatsu, which is where Awabancha is from. So you have probably one of the better backgrounds to be able to answer this question. What is the best food to pair with Awabancha? It's a difficult question, I know. I'm sorry.
Best food, ne?
Best food.
Best food.
Yeah. What's the best combination of food and Awabancha?
ベストはね。でも、まあ、I like to, drink Awabancha with, Japanese meal, 鍋、hot.
Oh, yeah.
そうそう。
Hot pot.
hot pot かな。
Is there a particular nabe you usually enjoy? Like kimchi nabe and Awabancha or
そうね。Let's see. 味噌鍋かな。
miso nabe?
味噌鍋。
Okay, and Awabancha. That's a good combination.
I think so.
I can imagine in the evening time that's very warming.
Yes.
But at the moment, it's we're in December and it's getting cold. So I can imagine miso nabe and Awabancha is a really nice evening time food and something to drink as well to warm you up. So nice.
So, I think the main, なんだろうな、strong point of Awabancha is refreshing. So if you have strong taste food, once you drink the tea, it refresh everything and in mouth. So you can continue eating food with
So the Awabancha is more like a gentle palate cleanser. So it clears your palate, so you can continue to enjoy the miso nabe. Because miso nabe is quite rich.
Yes.
It's quite thick flavor.
Thick flavor, yes. Miso. So. Miso. Sometimes salty. Sometimes shoyu flavor, and we put some ね、なんていうの、ingredients なんていうの、many foods, meat.
Yeah, vegetables,
mushrooms, so konnyaku.
Konnyaku. When I first came to Japan, I didn't like konnyaku. It was very strange food for me. But recently, I like it a little bit more. I think oden. In wintertime, konnyaku is very tasty.
Oden, daikon is very tasty.
Daikonもね。
そう。
美味しい。So, okay, let's turn the clock back a little bit.
Okay.
When were you first introduced to tea?
Awabancha.
Any tea.
Any tea?
Yeah. Maybe from when you were a baby, I think.
Yeah.
Did you drink kyobancha because you're from Kyoto? Because kyobancha, I heard, is for kodomo.
Because less caffeine.
Yeah. Like akachanbancha is another name, I think, for kyobancha. So did you drink kyobancha when you were a baby?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Kyobancha is kind of roasted and smoky flavor.
Yeah.
So that's my memory in my small kids. So I like that. And also the smell is strong, but the taste is not so strong. So it goes with many foods. So I like to drink kyobancha with when I eat meals.
And so, why do you enjoy tea? What is it about tea that you enjoy?
Why?
Yeah.
そうですね。Let's see. I bring tea bottles, pet bottles to anywhere because, if otherwise I'm not comfortable. So I have to take some liquid around me. have liquid around. So that's important. So I don't drink water so much. So to fulfill my body, the tea is the best thing. So
you drink a lot more tea.
Yes.
In one day, how much tea do you think?
I don't know, but not big amount. But I have to take tea occasionally.
Well, it's type of instead of water, you drink tea.
Yes. I don't drink water.
すごい.
Yeah.
What about when you're harvesting? Because that's hard work, and especially for Awabancha, it's hard work. So during that time, do you not drink any water, or you just drink tea?
Of course tea.
Oh.
So I think for Japanese people, young generation may drink water a lot, but at my age, we don't water so much. So to fill my body, satisfy the thirsty. I think a lot of people drink tea.
Drink tea instead.
Yeah, yes. Instead of water, to just liquid.
I need some liquid to like quench my thirst. So you just drink tea at that time.
Yes, that's the tea. So that's tea for me.
That's tea for you. That's nice. So you can't live without tea. So you have to have.
Yes, I have to have
every day.
So every day. So this is not special thing. This is
daily life.
Daily. So necessary.
Very important for your life.
So necessary.
Yeah.
So.
Do you ever drink non-Japanese tea?
Oolong-cha.
Today we're drinking a Chinese tea, right? But do you like oolong-cha? Like, is that from a different country or Nihon no oolong-cha?
Yeah, maybe Suntory oolong-cha.
Suntory oolong-cha. だから日本の oolong-cha.
The leaves from China, right?
Oh, really?
I think so. I think so. It says China, Fujian or something.
Okay. So you drink Chinese oolong tea?
Yes.
Okay,
Chinese oolong tea. So jasmine tea also come from China.
Sanpincha.
Sanpincha, Okinawa sanpincha とか jasmine tea. And black tea. India かな Lipton. Lipton tea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have a Nepalese black tea to drink a little bit. Actually, maybe I should pour you this white tea. But this has been brewing for maybe about 15 minutes. But today we have the Awabancha festival in Kamikatsu. And whenever I drink Awabancha, and I'm brewing, I often brew too strong. And when that happens, I can find it gets a little bit sour flavor.
Yes.
Too sour. A little bit sour is okay for me, but sometimes it gets too sour.
Okay.
So is this flavor something that you're aiming for when you're making Awabancha tea? You want to have more sour flavor? Or is this, I'm using too many leaves?
People in here also doesn't like too sour tea. So maybe you take too much
leaf.
Too much leaf かな. Or to make it brew shorter time.
Okay, shorter time.
Or water brew might be good.
Or cold brew?
Yeah, cold brew.
I did try cold brew when I was here last time in October. I tasted a cold brew that was at the hotel we stayed at, and that was so tasty. So tasty.
So.
I'd never had cold brew Awabancha before, and it was incredible.
Yes.
It was really good.
So I think the sweetness comes more, I guess, with cold water. And some people say to brew it 50 Celsius brew is the best.
Really?
Yeah.
For Awabancha?
For Awabancha, yes.
Yeah. Because the other recommendation I hear is you should boil for 10-15 minutes.
With a kettle?
Yeah. Like put the leaf in the pot, put the water in, and boil for 15 minutes. Then let it cool and drink.
Maybe I said so.
I think so. But do you like brewing this way? Or like when or why should I brew this way? Like how does the flavor change?
How?
Yeah. Good.
So cold brew. I think cold brew is much mild taste, and boiling with kettle makes the tea. I think the taste thick. So some higher generation people does boiling a lot, and they like thick tea. So I tasted some with farmers. Just very strong, but I like that. I like the tea because it is. This is Awabancha. So it's like
has like a really thick flavor.
Thick.
So the texture is really nice.
So.
That's really interesting. I never thought about it from a texture point of view with boiling. But of course, it makes sense. Yeah.
So I think to boil it, the sourness becomes less, I guess,
I think
with the
so.
heat.
Yeah. The other day, when I was doing a different road trip somewhere, and before I went on the road trip, I want to bring tea because I need tea with me to drink anytime.
Okay.
And so I prepared boiling Awabancha.
You
And
prepared
then
Awabancha.
that is the tea I had to take with me. But this was the first time I tasted boiled Awabancha. And it was not so much sourness.
Oh, yes.
It was very thick flavor or thick texture. And like it was rich. I didn't maybe think of the thick flavor or thick texture at that point, but it had rich flavor. And it was really tasty.
Yeah,
I was quite surprised because normally when I brew Awabancha, for me, I always brew too sour tea.
Yes,
and
so it's like fresh, isn't it? It's a fresh taste. Good. So,
like for me, I prefer a little bit less sourness. Like I can have a little bit sourness, but maybe not too much. So it was really interesting to experience boiling the tea.
So to boil the leaves, they can produce a lot of taste. So the old generation used the tea leaves twice or third times. Boiling.
Wow.
So once you boil the tea and drink it all, and they put water again
and boil
it.
Wow.
Recycling tea leaves.
Wow, recycling is a good topic for Kamikatsu, right? This town is also known for its recycling projects and recycling many, like how many different kinds of recycling?
So we I don't know, sort. So the rubbish 46
categories.
Right?
Wow.
It takes time.
A long time.
Yeah, a long time. So we don't know. We can continue.
Oh yeah. It's difficult.
It's difficult for especially for older people.
That's true.
Yes. So we have to bring the rubbish by ourselves to the center.
Wow.
So that is that makes a problem. Yes.
I can imagine. And can you bring any day or specific day you have to bring this type of rubbish?
Any day. But limited time, 7:30 to 2:30 p.m. I guess.
That's the time you can take out the rubbish.
Yes.
So you can't do in the evening.
No. And how do I say namagomi? Like raw rubbish.
Yeah.
We can bring raw rubbish to the center.
Okay.
We have to put it compost.
Oh, you have to compost it.
Yes, we have to compost it. So every house has their own compost. And so I live in an apartment. So apartment has its own compost, 3 composts at the garden, backyard.
Wow. Okay. So what happens with the compost? Forever growing compost? Or you use for tea fields, or what do you do?
Just the bottom of the container is open.
Yeah.
So maybe it becomes soil again.
Okay.
But the amount of rubbish is huge. So pile it up quickly.
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow. But you didn't do this in Uji, and
no,
you didn't do this in the previous places you live, I guess.
Yeah, Hyogo Prefecture, no.
So this is something quite special to Kamikatsu.
That's right. So it's not convenient. But this is a kind of try.
Yeah.
Experiment. So people here doing this project because many media and foreigners visit to see it. So that becomes a motivation for residents to continue. But I'm not sure.
Motivate to bring more tourists here to help the local economy.
Sorry.
To bring more tourists to Kamikatsu, so you can help the local economy and support more jobs. So people the tourists will spend more money, and then the people in Kamikatsu can earn so they can continue living here?
I don't think so. I don't mean that. トゥリストとか to learn the system. People coming to learn the system. And they broadcast like CNN, BBC. So, they're proud of it. But not about the money. So this town has so many a little place to spend money. So we cannot give money, but just they proud of it because everybody say, this is a great town.
Yeah.
So BBC. I was interviewed by BBC or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, no. Some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah. I came here for the first time in October, so only a couple of months ago, and it's a really beautiful town.
Yes.
And there's lots of very interesting different things about this town. One of them is Awabancha and the history of tea, and there are also other things. There's a lot of citrus fruit.
Citrus, yes.
Delicious.
Very good.
I had some sudachi from the service area station, Ekinomai, and that was very tasty. And yeah, it's just the recycling center. I'd never seen anything like that before. And so I think I can easily understand why foreign journalists are interested in Kamikatsu.
Yes.
Because it's very unique, like I'd never seen before. And when I learned about Awabancha and I tasted Awabancha, from the first time I tasted, maybe 6 years ago.
Oh, really? Oh.
I never tasted something like Awabancha before. It was very unique
Indeed.
Experience for me.
Indeed.
And honestly, at the beginning, I didn't like so much because I wasn't used to having a slightly sour flavor with tea. But I think like many different kinds of tea, when you first try some tea from somewhere, usually it's a little bit lower quality. So for example, tea bag tea, like Lipton tea, many people taste this type of tea. And in the future, they try a little bit more high grade and they understand that's the delicious thing. So for me, I had the same experience with Awabancha. So I tasted my type of powder Awabancha first, and then more recently this year through one of my friends. And actually, previously, I interviewed him. His name is Pao. You know Pao?
Yeah, of course.
He loves Awabancha. And he buys so many Awabancha. So he introduced me to, or he brewed many different kinds of Awabancha for me every day. Not every day, but at work. And we tasted lots of delicious things. So I learned to like Awabancha a little bit more. And sometimes he gives me a cup, but doesn't tell me it's Awabancha. And what's this? It's delicious. Awabancha.
Yeah.
So I think we should try and introduce Awabancha to more people because they'll be surprised. It's very different tea. I haven't found a tea like this before. And it's very unique to this area.
So it's unique.
Like from Uji, there's lots of like sencha, Awabancha, hojicha, kyobancha, but in all of Kyoto, you have this type of tea.
Yes.
Each area tastes a little bit different, but it's the same category. But Awabancha is different category,
So
different style,
different style,
different way. It's very interesting. So,
in October, I went to Nara to join the event.
Okay.
So, this is kind of a secret thing or something. But
Wow.
I joined O5T. O5T.
Oh yes.
O5T. They joined with a pop-up store.
Yeah. I saw.
And they have they brought my tea too. There. So they have 6 bottle of tea.
Yeah.
One is my Awabancha and some hojicha, green tea, some wakocha, kind of oolong. Kancha in Tokushima area too. They have 6 bottles, but the number 1 was Awabancha, my Awabancha. So tourists also very interested in what is fermented tea. So not Oolong-cha, not pu'er, lactic acid, and they taste it. It's interesting. So they just bought it. So it's very cool. Attracts tourists, people from around the world.
I think so. That's very cool. So you did this pop-up, and were you there? You were serving your tea to different people?
Yes.
So
did.
You could get direct feedback.
Yes, of course.
Wow.
So that's why I went to Nara all the way.
To get the direct feedback.
Yes, of course.
So how do you feel? Is it a little bit scary? Or sometimes somebody says what if someone says they don't like? Or you feel,
No. Because this is very called specialty or unique tea.
Yeah.
So I know, it's okay. So, but mainly, so they understand the taste when the food is fermented.
Yeah.
Like, so cheese, wine, yogurt. So they kind of sense of imagination that has the sourness, kind of smell. So, but they just enjoy that tea flavor.
So the way you talk about tea, the words you use is really important. Because if you don't say, this is fermented tea, and they taste, they're not thinking about cheese, wine, pickles, like this type of thing. And they taste and taste a little bit sour. That maybe they're surprised. I don't know. But if we say this is fermented tea, then already they're thinking, wow, what does it taste like? Or more fermented category of flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe. But that's interesting. Important.
That was good experience to me.
So when you get this type of feedback, do you think about how you do the production side? Do you ever think about how you, like the flavor you get, how do you want to change production next time to make your next best tea or change the flavor?
A flavor? I don't think this taste was made from the process of the Awabancha making. So that's the work with bacteria, sun-dry, boiling process. So, I think that the taste becomes different every year, I think. So it's a natural thing. So to let them know that information and the process is important and interesting for me and interesting to the customers. So I'm not going to arrange the tastes.
The taste is what the taste is.
Yes, of course.
Please enjoy the taste.
So.
That's interesting.
So we don't add anything. So tea leaves, water, fermented. That's it. So this is interesting for me.
I think that's, today we've been to the Awabancha festival in Kamikatsu. And it's interesting that one of the main difference is, of course, the tea leaf is from different place, but also the lactic acid is also different type.
I think so.
So everyone has different flavor.
So
it's very interesting.
Yes, and one more thing is that farmers say the soil is different. So they say so. Soil core ingredients are different. That makes the taste differently.
So in Kamikatsu, who or where do you think is the best soil? Is there an area of Kamikatsu which is more nature and good soil side?
I don't know. In Kamikatsu, there's a area called Jiden or Asahi in the middle of Kamikatsu town. So they are famous for its production of Awabancha. And they select the tea named Jidencha. That's kind of Awabancha, but they name it Jidencha. I like the tea. I like their tea.
What's the typical characteristic? Is it very strong? What's the classic flavor of Jidencha?
I feel the taste of grassy grassy, moss かな。
Is it a very humid place?
Humid?
Yeah.
でも、that's こう、nice location of sunlights.
Asahi.
そう。
So not so much humidity.
Not so much humidity. So good sunlights. And open air. But it has a river.
So it's just a good place for growing.
I think so.
Is it quite high on the mountain or is it in the valley?
So in the middle, so the flat, kind of flat place, nice place.
A good place for agriculture.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of flat place,
Right.
but Asahi has the only place that has a flat kind of space.
Okay. And that's the good spot for growing tea, and that's.
So I think that's soil is good.
Okay.
Soil is good.
Good soil. I'll have to taste. I don't think I tasted jidencha.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure.
They have it today too.
Oh, yeah? I don't know where I got.
Maybe they can have the Ikkyu-jaya, the roadside store.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. I'll go and look for some jidencha as well today. See if I can find some. Okay. I have a little bit of a different question for you now. This is a slightly different topic. How has a failure or something that looked like failure helped you in the future to get success?
Okay, nice question. So, let's say I used to be an elementary school teacher in big city for 16 years. And I kind of I became empty. So I felt I'm no longer give children something. So because I didn't have power enough. In that period of time, I gradually became interested in fermented food, like beer, yogurt, cheese, amazake. Fermented food is tasty. The tasty food is all fermented. Oh, this is amazing. So at that time, I met Awabancha on the internet. So I like to taste it. I need to taste it. So I visited this town for the first time. That was a very beginning. And a few years ago, and I moved here and I stopped teaching in elementary school, and I joined this community and kind of joined in agriculture lifestyle. But of course, I still have interest in education or something like that. So I like to see the education system different point of view. So now I feel education it does not mean only school education, but I think education is kind of soil, I feel. So soils to grow everything. Okay, so if you want to grow vegetables, you put the vegetable plants and feed some fertilizer. If you don't, it is possible to grow plants without weed everywhere, but the plants grow. So it depends how you do the farming, how do you do the education. So education has no answer. So the living here, change my mind a little bit. So now I think I like to do both agriculture and some education, something. So that was my turning point.
So in your combination of agriculture and education, do you have some plan for some education program in the future, or is there something you would like to do for education and agriculture?
So in this town, they are already doing some mixed education. So nursery school has its own garden. And elementary school children goes to the rice field to plant rice plants and do harvesting. So, and now I joined in this making tea world. So, so I think fermentation field can satisfy children's interests, and it is a good text for children to learn. So I like to make some kind of program with fun. That's what I'm hoping to.
Sounds really good. That sounds really interesting. And because I never learned about fermented things or something like this, and so for me, it's it's not a very accessible topic.
Right.
I don't have so much experience or information about this because coming from the UK, we don't make so many products like that. And yes, we have cheese, but we don't do so many things like that. But in Japan, there's a lot of fermented products.
Right.
So I think it's really nice to be able to educate about those topics. And agriculture is really important. And I think there's not enough education about agriculture. So hearing that the school children get to go to the field to plant the rice, or that they have their own garden in the nursery, I think this is really important. And I think good for the future of people in these towns, in these areas, to learn about the importance of agriculture. Because one of the problems is the decreasing number of farmers.
Yeah.
Do you have a similar problem in Kamikatsu?
Of course. The people in here are 1,300 people now, and half of them are over 75 years old. Wow. So, of course, that happens in this town too. And the depopulation of farmers and depopulation of population in Japan happens. So I like to make programs to learn about how to cope with depopulation, how to cope with the depopulation of farmers, and how to survive in countryside, and how to do business in this area, in this depopulation countryside, is important for every part of Japan, maybe every part of the world. So we can discuss about this with the information of this community, with the information of the Awabancha field. Maybe we can share and find something, solution かな。でも to talk about it, only to talk about it is okay, because we can find another aspect, another point of view. So that's what I wanted to do. So
I think you're one of the interesting people about this as well, because you're the opposite of what is normal in Japan. Because normally people move from the countryside and move to the city. But you did the opposite. You moved from the city where you made your life and you moved to the countryside. And this is the opposite to what people normally do. So I'm looking, if there was more Kanji-san, then more people move back to the countryside. It would be good. So find how to motivate more people to move back to the countryside.
そうね、でもそうですね。important thing is to make it business, to make it business me to survive, to survive this area. So through doing some agriculture. Maybe you too. You're born in UK and you're coming to Wazka. Right.
It's true. But I guess one of the reasons why I moved to the city was because I wanted to experience or understand better. Why do people want to live in the city? Because when I came to Japan, I first came as a boo-boo intern. And so the the second day in Japan for me was in Wazuka.
Oh,
and from this moment, I lived in Wazuka.
Ah.
So my view of Japan is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because my view is countryside Japan. And this is the Japan I know from the beginning. So I didn't quite understand, or I couldn't feel why do people want to live in the city so badly? Because living in the countryside is so nice.
Yeah.
And it's not so far to go to the city. It's not so difficult to go to the supermarket because it's still quite convenient. But for that. But, I think I want to move back at some point to live in the countryside, to live in maybe in Wazuka, because the countryside life is so nice, so peaceful, so beautiful.
So beautiful.
It really is. So I one day I am searching. I'm searching.
So
but
so do you find some good point in living in rural area, urban area?
Urban area.
Yeah.
So my one good point is when I lived in Wazuka, I have to drive 20 minutes to go to a little bit bigger supermarket.
Oh, that's okay.
And so one way is 20 minutes. So then shopping.
Yeah.
Maybe another 20 minutes, half an hour. Then drive back 20 minutes. About 1 hour. But now I live in the city side. It takes me 5 minutes to go to the shop. Same 20 minutes shopping. 5 minutes back. Half an hour. Half the time. So this is saves my time. And also if we I like to travel to different parts, different places. So where I live now is quite central location to many good road. So it's very easy to go to different places.
Okay.
So for traveling, it's more easy.
Easy.
So, but maybe this is the only thing. Because when I lived in the countryside, I had many friendly neighbors, and they grow vegetables, and they would so many times come to my front door.
Yeah.
I might just open the door. Konnichiwa! And they bring half a cabbage. Or sometimes they bring jar of honey. So nice. So generous. Or the biggest daikon I've ever seen. Because they can't eat 15 daikon. They bring me one daikon. It's too kind. And it's such a community feeling. I didn't have this feeling when I was in the UK.
Right.
This was something I found in the Japanese countryside. And this was such a special feeling that I hadn't felt before. And when you have the seasonal festivals in autumn time in Japan, the whole community comes together. And this feeling of community was something that I had never felt before and was very special. And I could see everyone else was enjoying so much and celebrating together. So I think there are definitely time benefits for living in the city, but for quality of life, I think it's better in the countryside.
And you don't need to go to supermarket to buy vegetables in countries.
No. Really kind old people bring you for free.
So.
Or I tried to grow, but I was working a full-time job, and I work.
Are you UK?
No, in Wazuka.
So
I have a full-time job, but also we often have some activities in the evening, or sometimes it's very busy, so I work some weekends. But I don't mind this because I'm working with tea. It's something I love to do, but it means there's not much time for other things. So I wanted to try growing some vegetables in my garden. And so I plant many carrot and they grow. Wow, beautiful, so big. So I pull the carrot and it's only 1 centimeter.
So we learn how to grow.
And daikon as well. So I was always confused. How does everyone else grow such nice vegetables? but it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort and investment to be able to produce these things. And so it's very high quality, very delicious. And when somebody in your community, your neighbor, gives you these things they have grown, it's almost like a gift of love, a gift of care. And, my neighbors now in the city, in apartment building, are very nice neighbors, but nobody gives vegetable to another neighbor.
Of course. We don't grow.
Because we don't grow vegetables. So we spend our time in different ways. So there's less community feeling.
Right.
So I think maybe you found the same.
Same. So I was living in Nishinomiya City in Hyogo Prefecture. We didn't know who lived in next door, right?
Yeah.
So yes, we joined the autumn festival, many festivals here.
Yeah.
My son plays drum for the festival, Akimatsuri. So I did the Shishimai dance, do you know? Lion Shishimai ko.
Oh, you did that?
Yes. That was first thing.
How was it?
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Do you know mochinage? Throw rice cake.
I don't know.
So that's the part of the program of the autumn festival.
Okay.
Mochi is a symbol of the harvesting.
Okay.
And we throw the mochi to the audience. Hey.
Oh, really?
And they grab. Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting. So I did.
Yeah. That's in Kamikatsu.
That's in Kamikatsu.
Yeah. Is this type of festival, can anyone attend?
Of course.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
So every area has its own shrine, and they have own autumn festival. Maybe we have 7 or 8 autumn festival of Kamikatsu.
7 or 8?
Yeah. So every week we have festival anywhere.
In different places?
Yeah, different places.
Wow.
So maybe if you join all, that's wonderful.
So hold on. So when did they start? Did they start in September, or when's the start point for
maybe
autumn festival?
The 1st of October,
1st of October.
And finish 1st November.
1st of November. So very busy time in October.
So busy time. So it's very busy for priest for shrine.
Okay.
So yes, this week priest go to there and there. So we cannot do at the same time. We can do half the festival.
We have to do
one priest.
There's only one priest.
Yeah,
it's a busy man.
Yeah. So.
Wow, this is the kind of thing that you don't see in other places. So we back in the UK, where my hometown, there was some festivals, but I haven't lived in the UK for a while. But even when I was living there, just before I left, I don't see so many festivals or things like that. We have a market every Friday on the main street, but it's not the community coming together.
Oh, really?
It's just a market. Or there's some Burley festival. There's a festival at the local...
Body?
It's called Burley. It's the name of a place.
Okay.
And it's a very big house, beautiful house, that's owned by Lord and Lady Burley. And they have this huge land where they have some type of festival every, I think, September. And there's a horse competition.
Horse competition. Yeah.
So
that's nice.
But you have to pay for a ticket. But you can go and experience this day. It's very interesting day. And everyone comes to see this.
Oh, that would be fun.
So it's fun. But it's not so... I wouldn't say it has so much community feeling, but it's kind of a community feeling.
Okay.
It's not the same as the festivals that you have here. The festivals here, they seem to have more heart.
Oh, yeah,
and you feel more passion of the people. So, but Fushimi has a very interesting festival.
Fushimi?
So there's a fire festival.
Yeah.
And they burn a huge straw thing, and the fire is so high, you burn the signs, the road signs, sometimes a little bit burned. So it's very interesting, and the community also gets together for that. But the countryside, because there's less people, it feels more close, more connected. So that sense of community is more, I think. But yeah, so well, I want to be able to share these kind of interesting places and to make sure that people know they can visit these places to learn about tea and the different tea areas and the people that are based in those areas to do with tea. I think it's really important to give them some publicity so people can know who are the tea people in that place, who's a good person to contact about tea in that place. So I think it would be really interesting for other people to understand more about Kanji-san. And Kanji-san has come from a tea place, Uji, to move to a city, but has come back to a different tea place, a closer community. And you can share your passion for this community and the tea that this place, or that comes from this place. I think understanding more about the people behind the tea is, I think, a really important and interesting part of enjoying tea. So sorry, a little bit deep.
You're okay. Yeah, I know. I understand. That's what you're saying.
Okay, so maybe I have some quick, fun questions for you. So maybe this is a little bit different question, but
music?
No, not quite. But is there do you have any unusual habits?
Unusual
or strange thing that you enjoy?
Normal かな. I like to. These days I like to bake bread とか.
Oh, baking bread.
Baguette ね, baguette.
Oh, you bake baguette?
Yes, I like.
Wow.
For my age, it's kind. The people are less, I guess. I like Bob Dylan music.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I like Bob Dylan's music, so I sometimes play a little bit with my guitar.
Oh, you like to play Bob Dylan music?
Bob Dylan, so.
Oh, that's nice.
But this is normal, but these days I listen to Ed Sheeran very much.
Ah, Ed Sheeran. Okay.
normal ですね。
I don't hear so many people listening to Bob Dylan anymore. I think he's a famous guy, but I think
famous.
I don't remember the last time I heard somebody say, I'm Bob Dylan fan.
So, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, he came to Osaka, Japan.
Oh, really?
I joined the concerts. That was great experience for me. Yes.
So, how old is Bob Dylan now?
I don't know. Nearly 80 かな.
Wow. He works hard.
He works hard. Never ending tour. He does never ending tour.
The never ending tour.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Well, I hope when I'm older I can still do my thing I love. Like
of course.
And share with people. I think that's a good answer. Yeah. Forget some Bob Dylan. Okay. So in the last maybe 6 months or maybe 1 year, what tea related purchase have you most enjoyed?
Purchase?
Yeah, something you bought that's connected to tea. Maybe about 1万円 budget. 1万円ぐらい.
I'm sorry, I don't buy tea a lot.
It doesn't need to be tea. It could be something like when you're making tea, like you had to buy the equipment, or do you borrow from somebody, or how do you do?
So this half of the year, the most hit products for me, is kind of pressing spoon.
Okay.
That produce liquid of stress fruit. Just press.
Yeah.
So that was very useful.
That's the most useful one.
Yes. So we as you said, we got a lot of stress fruit from farmers, it is one bowl ですよね。
Yeah.
One stress. So many stress fruits. So we have to squeeze. We have to squeeze them. But with a この
You need the tool.
Yeah. The tool makes the liquid easily. So we squeeze a lot and put it in the container. And we use that every dinner. We pour it in grilled beef, grilled fish, salad, everything. So that was the very nice product, right? I don't know how to say. Squeezer.
Squeezer. I think squeezer. Fruit squeeze or
citrus squeezer.
Press, maybe?
Press かな。Maybe 1,500 yen, 1,500 yen. You can buy it in home center. I recommend you.
Okay, so that was the most popular thing for you.
Yeah, そうですね。
Okay, I have a tea-related question. What is your favorite tea? Where do you drink it? And who are you with? Favorite tea? Where are you when you drink? And who is with you?
3 questions かな。
Three questions together, yeah.
So, when I went to Okinawa with my family, we had afternoon tea with my family at some kind of nice hotel, but not so much expensive fee for the afternoon tea set. All you can eat, かな。
Right, type of buffet.
Buffet, そう。tea, coffee, some cakes, fruits.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed stress tea, かな。stress tea. That was very good. That's a very good memory for me. So
having tea with family.
Yes.
Do you, for you, is tea very closely connected with family?
So tea is always with us. So it's not a special thing. When I woke up, I drink tea from the kettle, and have breakfast with tea, lunch with tea in a tea bottle. So I drink tea every day. So, and tea is not a product I buy at the supermarket. We make tea in a kettle. So, so it's like water.
You're a tea farmer. I think so. I think the other tea farmer I talked to, or like Aki-san, Abubu's president, he is the head tea farmer.
Yeah.
He drinks tea every day. But honestly, he drinks coffee. Which is a funny thing to say for a tea farmer, but he first drinks nice coffee and then he drinks some maybe sencha. He likes some kabase sencha or something. But usually it's his tea. Usually it's tea that he produced. And he doesn't drink so much other teas because he made the tea. I would just use my tea and brew my tea. Like he enjoys. So I think this is something I think tea farmers feel is that they want to drink their own tea and they just enjoy every day. And if it's instead of drinking water, of course you drink tea.
So.
It just makes sense.
So this is a kind of necessary liquid for body. So it's like water. So. But when I woke up, I drink a cup of tea and start making coffee. Drink tea
and then start making coffee. Yeah.
Yes, I drink coffee. Every morning. Every morning, yeah. I love coffee.
Yeah, coffee's tasty. Yeah, me too. So. Okay, slightly more serious tea question. What is maybe the biggest problem you see in the tea industry right now?
So, for Awabancha, so to survive Awabancha for the future, the price should be increased. So if the price increased, we can make more, and people who make Awabancha will grow, I think, and that make farmers happier. That's important.
Sorry, I don't know. What's the average age of tea farmer in Kamikatsu?
Average age?
In your image, just your guess.
Late 70.
Late 70s. Are there many young tea farmer in Kamikatsu?
Young.
Or
30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4 kana.
3 or 4.
3 or 4 people.
That's not many.
That's not many. So that in that point, we have chance. We have chance. So to make it business.
But not zero.
Not zero.
Yeah, it's not like the new or younger generation of tea farmers, but there are some.
There are some, yes.
So it can continue.
So this can continue. If
some change
if the consumer buys the product.
Have you seen any improvement in the last few years since COVID? Have you are tea farmers, do they feel things are getting better, or does it feel not so good?
Feeling
things a little bit getting better?
Well, I think so. I think getting better because the younger generation and older generation cope together and make events like today, and they are trying to give information to other area, to other countries. They put some article on website, and people can know the worth of the Awabancha.
The future is looking better.
I don't know, because the population is decreasing. The population of farmer is decreasing.
So is there some plan or some idea how to change this? How to encourage new tea farmer or more population?
So in this town, there are the farmer who make tea does not only do tea making. They have side business like stress making, とか rice making とか. Some people goes to work for the city hall. So I think that's the good way to keep Awabancha for the future.
Part-time tea farmer.
So it's the one way of the living, one of the life living. So one part-time. You can say part-time.
Different. You split your time for different things.
Yeah, right.
Different time of year.
So. One part is for the tea making.
Yeah.
So that's good way to do the tea making.
Does any of the tea farmers in Kamikatsu, do they do blueberry farming? Blueberry. Oh. In Wazuka, there are some tea farmers that they take a break from tea farming in the summertime and they do blueberry farming because it's a good timing for the different crop from spring harvest, and they don't focus on summer harvest so much, and they do blueberry harvest. And this is a good balance.
So when is the harvesting time for blueberries?
I think August.
We cannot.
I know. But for you. For us, it's good. But for you, it could be something different.
Yes, so they do stress sudachi. Sudachi harvested in September. So after making tea, after tea making, they start picking citrus fruit. So. Sudachi and yuko. Yuko is very special for our region. Yuko and yuzu. You don't know yuzu.
I know yuzu.
So yuzu is harvested in November, and they go to harvest mikan in December. But we don't have mikan here because we used to, but we got a big cold weather hits maybe 40 years ago. And the trunk will freeze and they died.
All of them.
All of them.
Wow.
So they stop planting mikan in Kamikatsu. But next town, Katsura town, has a big field of mikan. So they stopped making mikan. But yuzu survive. Yuko sudachi survive. And instead, in Kamikatsu, they start happa business. Do you know about happa business? Leaf business. So if you order sashimi, it is the
leaf. It comes with the sashimi.
With the sashimi. So they sell that kind of happa leaves to the Tokyo, Osaka.
Oh, really?
Nice restaurant, nice high quality restaurant.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So.
I'm shocked to hear that all of the mikan trees died.
Wow.
That's a very shocking thing.
Yeah. So.
Not good.
Because of the height.
Altitude.
Altitude. Altitude. Kamikatsu is cold. And that's not good for mikan. Yeah. But it's good for other plants maybe. So they change the direction.
Well, sometimes when there's a bad thing happens, this is the time to make a change.
Yes, right.
For the new direction, positive thing. Okay, I have maybe 2 more questions.
Okay.
One of them, the last question, is a very difficult question. I think you can do it. It's a difficult question. Okay, so if there's somebody who wants to learn lots more about Awabancha, what would your recommendation be?
So, in summertime, our making tea season, we are seeking people who can help. So it's good to visit us and join tea picking, tea making, sun drying. That will be a great experience to them.
Fantastic. I think people would be super interested because it's a very unique type of tea and very different type of farming compared to Kyoto style.
Okay, of course.
But I don't want to spoil all the surprises, but I was so surprised just to hear how you pick the tea from the bush, because you take every leaf.
Every leaf, yes.
There's no leaf left.
No leaf left.
Nothing above the ground has leaf.
No.
So surprising. We don't do like this in Kyoto.
No.
It's very different. So it's a very different way of farming tea. So I think people can get really nice experience from coming to Kamikatsu and experiencing farming Awabancha. And if they want to have a wonderful tea experience in Japan, well, the good time for Kyoto is in May and June.
Okay.
But for Kamikatsu is in August.
July and August.
So I think there's good timing for Kyoto and Shikoku. Coming to Tokushima to experience the farming in Kamikatsu.
Right.
I think it's a good opportunity. Okay, fantastic. Then I have one last question.
Okay.
This one is a difficult question, and I ask everybody this question at the end of the interview. If you could have a really big billboard, signboard, and it can say anything, and there'll be maybe millions or billions of people can read this signboard, what do you want to say?
Personally, or tea something?
In anything.
Anything there?
From your heart.
Okay. Stay as you are.
Stay as you are.
Is this correct English? I don't know.
It's
Okay.
Stay as you are.
So nice.
Stay as you are. Could you explain a little bit more about why you chose this?
It could be stressful if you change yourself and if you fight to become something. Sometimes it's important, but be yourself is the most natural thing and the best condition to work, study, or do something. So to listen to yourself and do what you want, 多分。
So be yourself.
ラストさん、be yourself.
So I think it's important.
そうそうそう、結局。
いいね。I
Mm.
think if everybody read that, my world would be a better place.
Yeah, そうそうそうそうそうそう。そうですよね。
ありがとう。
そう。無理してはいけない。
はあ。
わかります？
Don't do the things you can't.
そうね。そうですよね。
Is that the mean?
そうね。You cannot do. So you can do what you can do. You cannot do what you cannot do.
I think that's a wonderful way to wrap up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for spending the time with me today.
Thank you very much.
For drinking the delicious teas together.
美味しかった、本当に。
I really enjoyed a lot. And I don't normally brew this method, so I also enjoyed and experienced new things. And I really enjoyed having this conversation with you.
So, me too. Thank you very much.
So much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.